Back on MorningLine, our guest this morning is Josh Horn from Social Security. Always good to have him on. He's great, and we get a lot of calls. I like this show. It's one of my favorite shows we do because I really think we help people, and we have over the years, or at least answer questions on the basic stuff about SSI, disability, and I'm glad you mentioned that. We always get a call about the cost of living increase. I'm just going to go on the record here. Josh can't. But I think there will be, as we have had in recent years, a cost of living increase. I think it'll be modest, but I think, and that's just my guess, when he comes on in late October or November, we will be announcing that yes, there will be an increase for your checks. But again, I think it'll be modest. Yeah. Now, it's not going to be some huge percentage, but it'll be something. Let's go to Pat next. Pat, good morning. Hi, Pat.
Yes, y'all were talking about scam. I got a scam last week calling, telling me my identity was stolen and everything. They asked me for my Social Security number, and I said I wasn't. He turned me over to James Hope, whoever he was. Told me I live in Texas, and I told him I never live in Texas and stuff. And told me not to tell no one about this call. And find out my granddaughter mother-in-law got the same call as I did. And she called and told me about it. And she don't even draw Social Security. She said, you know, we were being invested for drugs and cars and everything like that. And I said, I ain't never used drugs. I don't use drugs at all, you know.
Good.
And I got, he finally hung up. And when my granddaughter come over here, she called and asked for James Hope. And they said they didn't have no James Hope. And we went to Social Security and told them about that. And they said, none of our people had badges, you know, badge numbers. She said, you just got a scam.
Thank you for your call. And you know what, Pat? Good for you. In fact, though, you spent more time on the phone with them than you should have. I mean, like Josh said, they don't call. You do not call. And I didn't know at first if she was saying it was someone identifying themselves as Social Security. There's all kinds of scam artists. The moment they ask for any of your personal information, hang up. 100% of the time. No one does that that's legitimate. Period. End of story.
And if you want to take it a step further, the Office of Inspector General has a hotline that you can call and report this information. So it's 1-800-269-0271. At 1-800-269-0271. That's the Office of Inspector General, the OIG Hotline for reporting this kind of stuff. So that information is helpful to them. They can kind of figure out where they're trying to figure out where it's coming from, and they're trying to combat it as much as they can. Yeah, the thing that gets me about this is I feel Pat was obviously sharp and on top of it, but still she spent more time on the phone still talking to these people. And then her daughter comes over enough that she was concerned to make the call. I hate the fact that it was even bothering her to think, let's double check this and I'll tell my daughter about it. I'm glad she reported it, but don't give it a second thought, folks. They call, goodbye, click, and don't worry about it. Trust me, it is always a scam. And the longer you're on the phone, the more likely they might say something that somehow convinces you otherwise. Just don't stay on the phone with them either, because these guys, they're slick. We've got the lines open, 737-7587 if you want to jump in. Now's a good time. We'll take your calls. Next up is Chris. Chris, good morning. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Hey.
I have a question about the earnings cap. My husband is already 65. He will actually be 66 in December, but he still works. So what is the earnings cap? Because this stuff is hard to understand.
I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah, and so generally speaking, the earnings limit for in a retirement situation is about $17,640. And however, it changes the year you turn your full retirement age.
Right.
So I believe your husband is 60. His full retirement age is probably 66. So, and because he turns 66 in December, this would be the year he turns his full retirement age, and they have a completely different earnings limit for the year you turn your full retirement age, and that earnings limit is $46,920, almost $47,000. So if he's going to be under $47,000, because this is the year he turns 66, he won't have, he won't be penalized.
Wait, I thought there was no earnings limit. Once you get full retirement, I thought you can earn as much as you want.
Now, after you turn full retirement age, there's no limit. But so let me give you another example. If I turn my full retirement age in June, then starting in June, it doesn't matter how much I make.
Okay.
But between January and May, the year I turn full retirement age,
up until that point,
from January to whenever I turn, I can make up to $46,000 and not be penalized.
I see what you're saying.
So it's another. I mean, it's good because that allows you to make more money that year, but it is another step, another complication to the rules. But it's a good thing because it allows you to make more money the year you turn full retirement age, up until you turn full retirement age. At which point we don't care how much you make anymore.
Yeah. So does that kind of answer, Chris? Was he just going to take full retirement and then keep working?
Yeah, but so what you're saying is we don't need to start. He don't need to start drawing until January because he won't be 66 until December the 31st.
Okay. Well, I mean, even if he's turned 66 on December 31st, the earnings limit for this year for him will be almost $47,000. Now, if he's making $100,000, he may not want to do that.
No, he doesn't make anywhere near that.
But if he's going to be close to $47,000 or under, then he could very well go ahead and start drawing if he wants to. Now, there's still going to be a reduction because he's taking it.
Yeah, because he would still be taking it early. Yeah, he's going to take it at full retirement, right?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we can wait till December.
Okay, so if he'll take it full retirement, then...
If he doesn't want to worry about any of that, then yeah, December's definitely the month that he can... I mean, he is full retirement age in December, and it doesn't matter what he makes starting in December.
Yeah, there's no earning limits on him once he takes it full retirement. So
do we need to do it? Do we need to do it again 3 months before he turns 66?
I like to tell folks we can. That's about as far in advance as we can do it anyway. But I like to have people do it about 3 months in advance just to make sure we've got the birth certificate information on file and all that kind of stuff.
Right, because that's how we had to do his Medicare.
Yeah, same thing.
So we do it the same way.
Yep. You can just call us, set up an appointment, come by and see us, or go online and get that taken care of.
Yeah, we did it all online before.
Good deal, man. You're up to speed then. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. She got through it, and I think they've got a good plan. Let's go next to Rob. Rob, good morning, Rob.
Morning. I got a question on behalf of my brother. He's been married 33 years. He draws SSI, and his wife had cancer, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and they took out part of her lung. Well, now the chemo had burnt some valves in her heart. She's in the ICU right now, and they're not giving her a good chance to live. But basically, they was living on her disability, and he don't draw enough to pay his bills and everything. And I told him I think that he would get a percentage of her disability if she passes, but I'm not sure, and that's what I was going to call and see if Mr. Horn could give us some more information on that. And I'll hang up and let him answer.
And how old did you say? How old did you say he was?
How old is he, Rob?
He is 57, and she is 66.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, definitely will needs to look into widowers benefits, survivor benefits, if she were to pass away, and I mean that definitely sounds like he could draw off of her record at that situation.
So Rob was right to tell him this. So I guess Rob needs to tell him, God forbid if she dies soon, I hope she lives for a while, but then once she passes, he needs to get in contact with Social Security and alert to the fact that this has happened and apply for the benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a very clear-cut case of survivors or widowers benefits that we could get him.
So he wouldn't draw her full benefit amount, what she draws. So, I mean, is there a percentage of that? I mean, that's what he was.
Because he's drawing some himself. He's drawing some himself on disability.
So yeah.
He's drawing SSI.
Okay.
And that's going to be a tough situation. So what happens in that case is that he'll draw a significant amount because he's disabled. So what he's actually going to probably end up with is what we call disabled widowers benefits. And he's going to draw a good portion of her benefits, but with the SSI program, it's a dollar for dollar offset for any kind of what we call unearned income. And so what's going to happen is we'll exclude $65. That's just kind of a general exclusion in this situation. And then after that, it's going to be a dollar for dollar offset. So his SSI benefits are going to go down, but overall he'll be drawing a little bit more money. And I don't know how much hers is. It could be actually, a lot more. But he's not going to be drawing. I mean, there is going to be an overall reduction in the amount of money coming into the household. So he does need to prepare for that. But whenever she passes away, he definitely wants to get in contact with us, and we'll go over all those numbers and get him as much money as we possibly can.
Right, and I think that's what Rob was telling him. Rob, he's not going to get all of her money, so the household will go down. Mm-hmm. Right now, they're drawing together more than if she passes, he's going to be able to draw. It'll be more than he draws by himself, but it's going to be less than they were drawing together.
Correct.
And so it's that simple. So he definitely should do it, but still may put him in a pickle depending on what his expenses are, because it's not going to be what they're drawing right now.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't get the full amount. All right, let's go next to Diane. Diane, good morning. Hi, Diane.
Yes. I have a question. My mother got this letter in the mail from Alliance for Retired Americans, and they want her to send money to help get an extra $800 in Social Security benefits. I told her it was a scam. What do you think about it?
It's a scam.
Have you heard of the Alliance thing?
I have not heard of that organization, but I can tell you that there's no way to get more money out of Social Security, especially $800. If you're working and increasing your overall earnings record, I mean, that's one, we've talked about that before, or the cost of living. That's the only two ways to get additional Social Security. There's no way to send money to an organization to get more. That's a scam.
Yeah, I'm glad your mother called you first and you told her that.
Yeah, well, yes, I told her it was a scam. It says official petition to the United States Congress, and it's got Lamar Alexander's name on it and Marsha Blackburn. I said, Mama, they ain't going to ask you to send money to help get it. If they're going to give it to you, you're going to get it anyway.
Exactly.
Yep.
And you have to remember, good for you, and good for your mom calling you on this. Keep in mind, too, a lot of people think, well, Lamar Alexander's name's on there, or Sheriff Darren Hall's name is on there, or these are public figures, okay? They can grab these public figures' names and slap them down. They can slap the presidential seal on stationery, okay? They can make it look incredibly official. It's all public. It's all accessible. They can even find a way to maybe do a counterfeit signature for Lamar Alexander. All this stuff, and Lamar Alexander really can't do anything about it. He's a public figure. They're stealing his public, And people get it and they go, well, Lamar, it's got to be. No. These scam artists take all this stuff. It's all accessible and they can make it look official. And then someone like her mother, who I sympathize with, sees it and believes it to be real. And then you so badly want it to be true. Because how much nicer would it be to get more money from Social Security? But here's the rub. As I say, every time, 100% of the time, if they ask for anything from you, it is a scam. And they were asking for $800.
Yeah, that's
scam. If they ask for anything. Now, if someone wants to just hand you a bundle of money, go ahead and take it. Make sure you know where it's coming from and it's legal. But you don't give them anything. Not your name, not your address, not your bank account, nothing. Or it's a scam.
Yep.
We'll take a break. Back with more of your calls right after this.